Hello, imaginary friends, and welcome to our newest episode. It's a story written by me. It's a short story, but it's a fun one. Before we start, I would just like to say if you could like, that would be really, really helpful. It will put us into the algorithm telling YouTube that this is good content. And if you are looking for original stories, not written by AI, writer's tips, author and agent interviews, then please consider subscribing. It's free and it could be a lot of fun. And if you feel so moved, please leave a comment, maybe talking about something embarrassing that happened to you when you were a kid or something completely different. Whatever you want to do. It'd be great to just hear from you guys. So without further ado, on to the story. I peed my pants.
I peed my pants. Peter's face turned beet red, and the sweat pouring off of him could fill a bathtub. He peeked out from behind the big red slide, checking the whole playground, hoping that no one had seen him. It looked like no one had. Yet, he backed slowly away from everyone there and sat down on a bench to hide what he'd done. What can I do? What should I do? Oh my gosh, I hope nobody notices, he thought. Peter had been having so much fun, he'd forgotten to take a potty break. And when he went down the biggest slide at the park, he had an accident. He peed his pants. Luckily, everybody who was playing with him just kept running around, laughing and screaming. Oh, I need to do something before someone sees. He only lived about 15 houses away, so maybe if he'd made a break for it, nobody would notice what he'd done. But if they did, he would never live it down. One of the kids in his class ate a worm once. Now everybody calls him Bug Boy or Worm Breath. They'd probably call him Pee Petey or No Potty Peter if anyone found out. He took one last look before making a break for it. But his friend David was right there. Hey, Pete, is everything okay? Oh, no, Peter thought. Yeah, I'm fine. It's okay. I'm fine, he said out loud and tried to cover the wet spot in his pants. Well, come on. We're about to play tag. Pete swallowed hard. Oh, no. I don't want to play tag. That got David's attention. He walked right up to the bench. You always want to play tag. What's the matter? I just don't feel like it right now, okay? David got a weird look on his face. He narrowed his eyes and tightened his lips. It was the face he always made when thinking hard. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? No, Peter said. All right, what's the matter? You always want to play hide and seek. Peter started to sweat even more. David's going to find out, and when he does, he'll tell somebody, and then that person will tell somebody else, and then soon everybody will know. Just leave me alone, Pete said. I'm fine. David's lips got tighter, and his eyes narrowed so much that Peter couldn't see the blue in them anymore. He knows, Peter thought. Then David finally spoke again. Really, it was a yell. Hey, Franky, come here. Something's wrong with Peter. Peter smacked his forehead. Oh no, now Franky's coming over. His secret of peeing his pants was going to be found out at any moment now. Franky had a big smile on his face as he jogged over. Hey, what's wrong? He said. Peter doesn't want to play tag, David said. Peter always wants to play tag, Franky said. His forehead was crinkled and his lips were pursed. I know, that's what I said, David said. He doesn't want to play hide and seek either. Franky frowned, then leaned in close and whispered, Let me try something, in David's ear. Hey, Peter, you want to play football? Peter's heart leapt. Football was his favorite sport ever. But he couldn't play now, not with wet, smelly pants. No, thank you. I don't want to play football right now, he said. His voice was really sad. Franky's mouth fell open. You always want to play football. Do you want to play soccer? That was Peter's second favorite sport. No, thank you. No soccer. Pete's words got quieter and quieter because he was clenching his jaw shut. The smell was growing stronger. He just wanted his friends to leave him so that he could go home and change. But you always want to play soccer, Franky said, amazed. Something's wrong. What's wrong, Peter? Nothing. Peter didn't want to tell his friends that the smelly pee that ran down his pants was making the bench wet. He couldn't tell them because nobody would ever be his friend again. They would all make fun of him and laugh. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine. Just leave me alone. Something is wrong. Franky took a deep breath and yelled, "Hey, Tiffany!" No, not Tiffany, Peter thought. She'd know right away. "Hey guys, what's going on?" Tiffany said when she came over. A big smile spread across her face. "Something's wrong with Peter," Franky and David said. Tiffany's smile shrank a little. Peter shook his head. I'm fine, really." "Okay, well, let's go play something." "Oh, we could play Capture the Flag," which happened to be one of Peter's favorite park games ever. No, I'm fine. You go play without me." Tiffany's eyes widened. "You did the right thing calling me. Something's definitely wrong." That's not true," Peter said. "Yeah, he said he didn't want to play football," David said. "He didn't even want to play tag or soccer," Franky said. The three friends were all talking at once about what could be wrong. A twisted ankle, a bruised knee, a splinter in his big toe. The pressure was building inside Peter. His face was turning a deeper red. His fingers were curling into fists, and his feet were bouncing on the ground. "I'm fine. Just leave me alone," he said in a strained voice. No. Something's wrong," Tiffany said. "Just tell us what it is, Peter," David said. "Yeah, what is it?" Franky said. Peter couldn't hold it in anymore. So like a volcano, it exploded out of him. "I peed my pants, okay?" His voice blared like a car horn. He jumped up and pointed at his wet pants. "I went down the slide and it just came out. It was an accident. My mom always says, 'Peter, you gotta take breaks.' But I forgot this time. And I peed my pants, okay? There, are you happy now?" His three friends gasped. Everybody on the playground paused. Every eye was on Peter's wet pants. Time stood still, and the park was dead silent. Peter held his breath. Finally, a boy broke the silence. "He did! He actually peed his pants! Look, the front is all dark!" Kids started laughing. "Oh, no." Somebody said, "I can smell it from here." Oh no. Tears started to fill Peter's eyes. Nobody was ever going to like him again. More kids laughed. It felt like half of the kids at the park were laughing. Someone said in a sing-songy voice, "Peter pees his pants, Peter pees his pants." That made everybody in the park, except for David, Franky, and Tiffany, laugh harder. Warm tears fell from Peter's eyes and flowed down his cheeks. His pants were getting cold, almost as cold as the kids' jeers were getting. Every laugh was growing louder and louder and louder in his ears, making him feel smaller and smaller. But then David yelled, "Hey, Joseph! What are you laughing about?" Joseph was the boy who got everybody laughing. "I remember at my last birthday party that you happened to pee your pants." Joseph stopped laughing. Some of the other people at the playground stopped too. Franky stepped forward towards all the kids playing. "Yeah, Johnny, you peed your pants at our baseball game. Don't you remember that? That was only a month ago." Johnny said, "Oh, no." And he swallowed real hard. The laughs were dying away. Hardly anyone was laughing anymore. Then Tiffany said, "What about you, Reggie? You just peed your pants 2 days ago." "You've all peed your pants," David said. "And so have we at one point or another." He put his arms around Tiffany and Franky. Everybody looked at everybody else, knowing they all peed their pants too. The laughing was over, and in no time, everyone went back to playing again. Nobody was looking at Peter anymore, except for David, Franky, and Tiffany. Do you want to go home, Peter? David asked. With a sniff, Peter wiped a tear away. Yes, please. His pants were cold, but he didn't feel them anymore. He felt warm all over. He felt his fear and shame melting away. He smiled at his friends, and they smiled back, pulling him into a sort of a hug. Then, huddled together, they ran out of the park, all the way to Peter's house. Even though he still smelled like pee, it didn't seem to bother any of his friends. When he got home, Peter ran to his room to change. Oh man, that was so nice of them, Peter thought as he pulled on a fresh pair of pants. His friends stood up for him, and that made everything okay. Even if someone teased him again or gave him a bad nickname, Peter knew his friends would be there, and that made him feel like he could get through anything as long as they were with him. A smile was plastered on his face, but then he heard a sound downstairs. Was that his friends leaving? Did they abandon him? He ran downstairs, hoping that he wouldn't be alone. To his great joy, his friends were still there, waiting for him by the front door. He sighed, and his heart started beating again. Hey, you want to go play football now? Franky said. Yeah, Peter said, happy and relieved that they all still wanted to play with him, that they still wanted to be his friend. They played football until the sun went down, and they never talked about Peter peeing his pants ever again. The end.
If you made it this far, you've made it to the end, and I thank you very much. I hope that you really enjoyed it. And if you did, and you haven't already, please like the video. If you're looking for more content like stories and interviews with authors and agents and stuff, I would love it if you would consider subscribing and coming on this journey with us. Again, I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you next time.